Okay. All right, let me get this out of the way. Okay. Let me get my timer. And I want to say hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for joining
Hello.
me today. Hey, guys. Um, do you also say salamu alaikum?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, you can do a little salamu alaikum. I um I hope that you guys did the homework, the self-study material, because today I got something for you. So I hope you guys are already logged in. Actually, I'm thinking now, you know what? It's unnecessary today to be logged into Zoom, unless you want to be, because you can type in a question there, and I should be able to see it if you have it. But otherwise, it might not be necessary to be logged in on Zoom today. So as long as you can see my face, okay, and if you can see the slides, then we're perfectly fine. Before we get things started today, does anybody happen to have any questions or comments or suggestions? No, pretty good.
I have one.
Okay.
Okay, so when I was practicing yesterday, so I noticed one thing that um, the word I learned is finite, and then the website that you give me was pronouncing like infinite, finite. Adding in changed the pronunciation. Like I used to like pronounce like infinite like this. So
Mm-hmm.
is there any rule or common like pattern that I can?
Yeah. Excellent question. I'm glad that you noticed that. That's fantastic. That's kind of similar to the word that we had last time with gain and again. And it has to do with the stress, where the stress is on which syllable. So when you add a new syllable going from finite to infinite, right? It moves the stress. And because of that, there can be sound change, but it's not always true. So I can't give you a simple rule.
Then I
Uh,
tried finity. Then it was also changing like, and there
well,
was sad and said like
uh-huh.
yeah.
Well, these ones have a different spelling, and affinity is not a word by itself. We have affinity, right? Infinity, finite, infinite. So there are some changes happening here. And today we're just going to start the very first example of looking at what happens to sound change when there is stressed, when you have longer words. Right? There have to be at least two syllables, so where one syllable is stressed and one is unstressed. So we're just going to start that today. So that's an excellent question to get us started. Let me get us going. So we only have a few of you in class today. I think we can do this rather quickly. This is another little warm-up activity for you guys to continue to get to know each other. Now, we don't have so many people in class, but if you can, I want you to talk to someone new, someone who you didn't talk to last time. And this one's very focused. It's only about a song. I want you to find someone who really likes, whether it's true today or it was true in the past. Maybe you used to really like a song and you don't like it anymore. But at least at one point, you both really liked a particular song, and so you have that song in common. And you can only use that song one time. I have here, for example, with Anika, the song Yesterday by the Beatles. Um, so maybe that's just an example. So I can't use it again. And or maybe there's a song that one person really likes and the other person really does not like. So that's an interesting difference. Okay? So, but you have to know the song to dislike the song, right? If you don't know it, you can't dislike it. All right, so let me give you guys a couple of minutes and see if you can find something in common or some differences with your classmates. Go ahead, guys. I won't give you 10 minutes, I'll give you a lot less. Go ahead and have a chat with your classmates. And you'll see why, because we have an activity later that has to do with this. Okay, perhaps about a minute left. And if any of you guys are finished, I'd like to hear an example or two of some of the songs you guys found.
I would like to volunteer. I have few lists.
All right. And what's your name again?
My name is Naimul.
Naimun?
Naimul. Naimul.
Okay, Naimul. Naimul. Excellent. Yeah, what do you got?
So I met a couple of people among my classmates, and Faisal and myself, we both are into the song Hotel California,
Okay.
and then I got Robin. He's into Poets of the Fall, which I also like.
Cool. I don't know that
And
one.
I met two other people, but they are not into songs that much, so I could not really comment further.
Okay.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
tried to meet with people that I did not know yesterday. I mean, in our last class.
Right. Okay. Well, that's great. That's great. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to share a song or two that you found? Perhaps one of the ladies, would you guys, any of you like to share a song or two that you found? Or another gentleman? No? Oh, the microphone's off, I think. I'm not sure if you're speaking. I can't hear you.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay, I'm Nabila Islam, but you can call me Sylvia. It's my nickname. And actually, I found out my taste in music is quite similar to them. So I couldn't find any uncommon song, but there is lots of common song, especially Bengali classic songs. But I found 2 to 3 English songs as well that I listen to, and they also listen. Um, Among them, I can name a few like Broken Angel, Unstoppable, and in Bengali songs, I don't know if you were familiar with this, but there's quite famous genre, Tagore songs,
Hmm.
and here we say Robindra Sungit, which means Tagore songs. That is Amaro Porano Jaha Chai, and lots of things like this. Thank you.
All right. All right. Cool. Thank you. Excellent. Yeah, I thought that might happen. Finding some classical traditional songs. That's good. Those are always winners. When I worked in Saudi Arabia, there were still many students that weren't into modern music. And so, but they were okay with some of the classics or more classical music. And I'm wondering here if anybody in the class doesn't like music at all. Is there anyone who doesn't like music at all?
Nope.
Woo. Okay, well, that's okay. It's okay if you don't like music, but we will be using music, English music, of course, to help us with pronunciation. So that's great to hear. Um,
Hello.
yes, hello.
Did you listen to the song Bangladesh by George Harrison?
By George Harrison?
Yep. He was the singer of this song. He arranged a concert for Bangladesh in 1971.
Huh.
The money he got, he just donated for us in the Liberation War. You should hear this song. This is my most favorite song, I would say, from
Okay.
English. And there are many songs I listen from Bengali traditional songs to
Uh,
every digital song, I would say.
uh,
But the Bangladesh song is very, very much heartfelt. I would say heartfelt. This song is for so much emotional to me. You
interesting.
should hear this song.
I will. You say, what's the name of the
You
song?
can, if you can just see my T-shirt, this is the song, Bangladesh.
It's
Bangladesh.
called Bangladesh
Some,
by
yeah,
George Harrison.
yep, yep. How much money he got? Like 12,979 euro. He
No way.
donated it for Bangladesh in the first 12
Wow,
days, actually. On that time,
that's
this was
cool.
huge.
Interesting. Excellent. Wow. Okay. Very cool. I love that. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I always like sharing moments like that when we have a chance too. Um, just to quickly add on to also what Naimul said, that Hotel California, you know how I am come from California,
Yeah, you
and
guys.
it's about a hotel that's not in the state of California, but actually in Mexico, in what's called Southern California, Baja California del Sur, because I am Mexican American. And anyway, that particular song I sang, I don't know how many times because I've been in a band and I used to do, karaoke, KTV in China, that I sang that song so many times. You have no idea. So I could say that I enjoy that song as well.
I would like to add to your comments. So I did my MBA program from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. So back in my college days, we used to throw these kind of concerts, and I had opportunity to sing songs few times. And out of those opportunities, there was one occasion where particularly I was the vocalist for Hotel California, and this song is very close to my heart, and it gives me peace every time I listen to it,
Nice.
especially the original concert version, the the vintage version, where
Yes.
he's playing into the drums, playing into the guitars, and all those things.
Yeah, with a very long build up in the beginning.
Yeah,
Very
that's
nice. Lovely. Oh, that's great. All right, that's great, guys. Let's go ahead and get things started today. Last class we covered these sounds, right? E, I, E, right? And they continuously open in the mouth, right? From high front, E, a little bit lower, E, with more relaxed lips, E, still relaxed lips, right? It's not the Bengali or like in Spanish but it's an It's a little more relaxed, a little softer. And I wonder if you did the homework or the self-study, because I would like you to go ahead and scan this. This is a short quiz from the quiz one part A. This is on Socrative, exactly the same style where I give you, this time I only give you one word, right? The words from the quiz, and then you tell me which sound it is. Is it an I, E? All right. So hopefully you did some of the listening or review, and you should do well on this quiz. Hopefully you guys can do it within, I want to say around 5 minutes. Okay, looks like most of you guys are finishing up. Maybe just another minute or so. I want to check, did you guys receive the email with the video? I believe there was a video sent out to you with the words, the quiz, and the summary and context, yes? Could anybody confirm that?
Yes, we have received that video.
Okay, good. And maybe this morning you received another email with what they say are the answers to the summary and context. I'm not sure who did it. And it was pretty good, but it wasn't perfect. So we'll have a look at that too. Yeah?
No, we do receive
We
the
didn't
second
receive
email.
that email.
You didn't receive that email, huh?
No.
The answer email we didn't receive.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. That's not a problem. Let's have a quick look at your scores, see how you did. Okay, great. I see we got some high scores here. Mohammed Faisal, yeah, 93%. Excellent. Uh, Naimul, also 80%. And in the 70s, Robin, excellent. Sayed, I believe is how we say it. 80%, not bad. Definitely getting higher scores today than last time. And I think if you did do the homework, it shows. And it's important, guys, because I can only give you so much practice time in our class to get through the material, right? Because there are a lot of things I want to build into the class. And if you don't do the practice, then you really can't get too much from the course. So you have to put aside some time to do some practice for sure.
It's
All
also
right?
necessary for the interview in practical life. Yes. Okay.
So, yeah, I know everybody has their own priorities, but I'm just saying, in order for you to get more out of this class, you have to put in more time to practice. That's just reality. That's just how it is. So, so I'm not gonna go through this in detail. You have the video. You can go through and hear these. I just want to maybe point out a couple of them. I see we have these two that are really low score. Let's see what happened. Right. So again, um, for this one, the word women, this is plural, right? We're talking about more than one. For one, we say woman with an woman. But for more than one, we say women. And again, this is one of those sound changes that we make so that it's more clear the difference between saying woman for one and women for many. So that's why we have this sound change, so you can hear the difference better. What did most of you say? Many of you said women? No. Women, correct. The third one, women? No, definitely not that one. Um, the fourth one, this last sound in here, that's one we're going to cover today. And that's I just put it here extra for no reason. I hope nobody chose this one today. That was not one of the sounds. And this one, build, build. Yeah, not build and not build, but definitely build. One sound, single sound, build. Okay? So please do go back and review. Let me get out of my screen share and switch back to the slides. Okay. Let's go to full screen one more time. All right. So now this was the other thing that's part of the homework, and we won't have too much time to go over it, but again, I will share this with you. And this is the thing that little by little, it will get more and more difficult. So the first one is the team leader led the way with LED lamps made of lead. You see that? Hear it? Try the next one. We have my tears became clear with every tear in my new sweater. Okay. Try the next one. She read these books yesterday. She really likes to read. The defense needs a decrease in size and weight. And the last one, it makes sense to decrease our digital footprint in defense of personal security and privacy. So here are the words for the summary and context. Again, I would like you guys to continue to practice if you can when you have a chance and practice this and hear the difference for sure. I don't know if any of you have any questions, but I want to show you kind of the next step of, wait, what happened here? Huh, okay, something happened to my slide. And this is fine, this is fine. All right, so let's just keep moving. Today's lesson, guys, we have 3 new sounds, okay? And we're adding to it. We have ah, okay? Ah, I hope you can see in the picture where the tongue, the position of the tongue is, okay? Right? The first is low and in the front. Ah. The next one's in the back, maybe with rounding in the lips, or maybe not. Maybe not. Ah. And the third one is without pushing, without stress, in the middle of the mouth, just So Now let's dive in here. The first one, the symbol is a combination of the letter A with the letter E. Okay, this is ah. Again, it's low and in the front. Very American sound, right? This is a very, very American sound. You have it in British English, you have it in Australian, but there are many words that in those dialects, they don't use this sound, but Americans do use this sound, right? So we definitely need to make it very clear, low and in the front, ah, not ah, but ah, all right? It has many possible spellings, a few actually. It's almost always a simple A, but it has more than one spelling. And it can be found in the beginning and the middle of words. Let's do a little bit of practice. I hope you remember the symbol, right? Combination of the A and the E. So let's have a try. I'll do the line first. You guys repeat after me. If you pass the microphone around, I can hear more of your pronunciation. Let's give it a try. Africa, ant, app, after.
Africa and app after.
One more time. Africa, ant, app, after.
Africa and app after.
I can already hear some of you wanting to go in the back of the mouth. Ah, like an ah. And now low in the front. Ah. All right. Next line. Have that cap back.
Have that cap back.
Better. Next line. We can pass the mic. Yeah. Next one. Had band fat man.
Head, band, fat, man.
Good. Let's go to the next line with common mispronunciations. As, ask, act, answer.
Act, answer.
All right, I hear again a little bit of a mix between going ah in the back, ah in the front. It has to be all front. Not ah. Push that tongue down to the front. Okay, let's try that one again. As, ask, act, answer.
As, act, answer.
Better. Good job. Next line. Catch, plant, fast, laugh.
Catch, plant, fast, laugh.
Right, again, these are those American sounds. You might think aw for British, FOSS or loft, but no. American, we say ah for all of these. Try one more time. Catch, plant, fast, laugh.
Catch, plant, fast, laugh.
Ah, you said laugh, right? Laugh,
La,
laugh. Good. Next one. Trash, can't, last, plaid.
Trash can last flat.
Again, trash, can't,
Trash,
last, plaid.
trash can last flat.
Nice. Let's do one more time, top to bottom, more medium speed, okay? Line by line. Africa, ant, app, after.
Africa and app after.
Have that cap back.
Have that cap back.
Had band, fat man.
Had banned fat man.
As, ask, act, answer.
As, ask, act, answer.
Okay, I heard a little oct, but act. All right, not bad, not bad.
Act.
Next one.
Act.
Catch, plant, fast, laugh.
Catch, plant, fast, laugh.
Nice. Trash, can't, last, plaid.
Trash can last flat.
Okay, good. So I just want to say one more thing about the mouth. You see the big circle on the screen? Again, you really have to open wide for this one to get it right. Um, I mean, like we moved from the so that the mouth has to move more, but you don't have to really like hold the position very tightly. So this is why we call this a lax vowel. It's still not You don't have to hold it too much, but you do have to push the tongue down for ah. Okay, so it's considered a lax vowel. Let's move on. How many as do you hear? So you can, I don't know if you want to say the sentence to yourself or quietly, but this is really a listening exercise. So how many as do you hear? You can make a note or keep it in your mind. Indiana hosts the Indy 500 annually and stands for Indian land. Indiana hosts the Indy 500 annually and stands for Indian land. Next one. Green eggs and ham is absolutely as fantastic as the cat in the hat. Green eggs and ham is absolutely as fantastic as the cat in the hat. After eating a massive sandwich, it's not advised to exercise.
Advise you to exercise.
After eating a massive sandwich, it's not advised to exercise.
All right, nice. One more time on my side. After eating a massive sandwich, it's not advised to exercise.
After eating a massive sandwich, it's not advised to exercise.
Okay, let me show you guys what it looks like. Now, I want you to notice one thing. In the first line, we have and with highlight, right? It says and stands for Indian land. But in the next line, we have green eggs and ham, right? When we say this together as one kind of unit, we don't really have to say green eggs and ham, but we say green eggs and ham. So in this case, the sound is what we say reduced or minimized. So it's still okay. I mean, you can say green eggs and ham, but it sounds kind of separate when you say it that way. It's like you have green eggs and ham. But in this case, as one book, we're talking about one thing. It's green eggs and ham. We bring it together. And so we reduce the and to make it sound like one thing. Let me say these lines one more time for you, normal speed. So Indiana hosts the Indy 500 annually and stands for Indian land.
stands for Indian land.
Indiana hosts
Indiana
Indi
hosts the
5 annually
Indy
and
500
stands for
annually
Indian
and
land.
stands for Indian land.
All right. Now you guys don't have to practice this one after me. You don't have to. Okay. But thank you for participating. But just for listening practice, I want you to hear it. Green eggs and ham is absolutely as fantastic as the cat in the hat. And the last one, after eating a massive sandwich, it's not advised to exercise.
So, advised exercise.
Okay, so I hope you notice here, like with the word advise, it's not advise, it's just advise. And again, this has to do with stress, right? And we'll talk about this in a minute. All right, there's a lot of American culture kind of put into this slide right here. If you haven't noticed, it looks like Formula One for Indy 500, but those are actually different cars, slightly different than F1. And of course, this Dr. Seuss, Green Eggs and Ham, Cat in the Hat, children's books, very American, and a big sandwich. Okay. Uh,
Question.
do you guys have any questions actually before I move on? Do you have any
Yes,
questions about this?
that's in slide. I'm late, but I want to ask you that how to pronounce after Indiana's word. Indiana hosts, I cannot pronounce that perfectly.
Indiana
And then after that word,
hosts.
host. Is that
Yeah,
right?
hosts. It has a
Hosts. Uh,
host.
hosts. Can you repeat? Can you repeat that pardon,
Well,
please?
okay, you're not wrong. Okay, if I say it perfectly clearly, I would say hosts.
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 Host.
It's a STS, right?
Hosts.
But when I say it quickly, I only say the S sound, hosts, like Indiana hosts, without the t's. Yeah, if I say it quickly, that's how it'll sound. Indiana hosts.
Hosts.
Yeah. We'll talk more about the T sound. The T is another special sound that we will get into more detail much later in the class. But thank you for coming, even though you're late. That's perfectly fine and asking a question. Is there another question by chance? If not, we keep it moving. All right. So I need to show this to you for a couple of reasons. If any of you have jobs where you use the telephone and or require kind of speech recognition, or if you ever need to call somewhere and there's an automated, customer service rep, this is kind of the technology that they use with the spectrogram analysis to determine what sounds you are making. And with the vowel sounds, they use what's called the F1, F2, and possibly even F3. The F means formant or frequency is easier to remember. So these different sounds and the concentration of these vibrations at different frequencies tells you, of course, which sound it is. And you can see that there is a measurable difference between right, as certain sounds come closer and further apart. And in today's lesson, we have the and then there's this extra one. All right, the third one I want you to see is very similar to the middle one. Okay, the and aw. They are so similar that actually I'm just gonna skip it because these two sounds, again, this backwards letter C and the letter A without the hat, right? Just a simple letter A. I want you to see on the chart here. Again, we have F1 and F2 on the axes, and you have these two very close to each other. And as a result of them being so similar, in most of America, these two sounds have actually come together to form just one sound. And this merger of sounds, it's called the caught merger, to where you say both of these words the same way. There are places in America where they say them differently. You might say caught for the first one and caught, or like caught for the second word with CAUGHT, right? But in most of America, they say something in the middle, just like at the very top, the word hot, right? We just say hot.
Hot. Hot. Hot.
Hot. Yeah.
Hot.
Now I hear a little bit of this difference between the two of them, and that's okay. But for sure, it's not hat from the front, but it's hot from the back. And you can round your lips a little bit or keep it more open, right? Again, from hot or hot. Hot, hot. It's really similar. Both are fine. Okay? I wanted to point that out because this is a simplification, right, for pronunciation, where we bring the two together and we have this symbol. It's basically the backwards A without the hat, right? Without the little hat on top of the A, just a backwards A for hot, right?
Ha.
Yeah, that's it. That's the sound. Now, easy one. But there are many different spellings, as you can see at the bottom. Again, the spelling is terrible. Like, how do you remember this? I don't know. But this sound is found in all three positions, right? For also, hot, and saw. Let's do some practice. All right. Remember the symbol? Backwards A, no hat. Again, this you might not see in the website that I shared with you, because in the website they might give you, it's either the ah or the aw. It's like the regular A or it's the backwards C. This is what they might do because this is considered to be more technically accurate, but it's a simplification to just bring them together into one sound. So repeat after me. Okay, I'll run through each line nice and slow. After 4 words, you guys repeat, please. Here we go. Off, always, on, audio.
Off, always on audio.
It's pretty good. Next one. Water, not gone, father.
Water not gone father.
Okay, I heard a couple different sounds this time. Let me try that again. Water, not gone, father.
Water not gone father.
Okay, not bad. Got, box, thought, knowledge.
Got box thought knowledge.
Okay, now what do I want to say here? Um, I want you to start just to also consider where the stress is in the word, because this may change the sound. So, especially for these next words. Okay, again, I didn't choose these words for the meaning of the word. It's all about the sound of the word. And I chose these because of the spelling so that you can see all the different spellings for this sound. Okay, so again, let's try after me. These are a bit more challenging. Lingerie, option, garage, broad.
Lingerie, option, garage, broad.
One more time. Lingerie, option, garage, broad.
Lingerie, option, garage, broad.
Better. Bureaucracy, pause, straw, taut.
Bureaucracy, pause, straw, pot.
One more time. Bureaucracy, pause, straw, taut.
Bureaucracy, pause, straw, pot.
Good. Follow, dollar, walk, entrepreneur.
Follow, dollar, walk, entrepreneur.
Follow, dollar, walk, entrepreneur.
Follow, dollar, walk, entrepreneur.
All right. Again, these are some French words in here, right? So we have that in English with the pronunciation. Okay, so this is the aw sound. Aw. Let's move to how many aw's do you hear? All right, here we go. Just listen carefully and make a note of how many aw's you hear in each line. Mom often calls her sister and talks for an awful long time. So no need to say it. No need to say it. Just listen carefully. Mom often calls her sister and talks for an awful long time.
Repeat the previous
Slide.
yes.
Yeah, picture time.
Second line, the bureaucracy. This was
Yeah. Bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy. Bureaucracy.
Oh, I didn't go through the whole thing again. Sorry, I'm moving too quickly. Let's try the whole thing again at more medium speed. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Here we go one more time. Repeat after me. Off,
Okay.
always, on, audio.
Off, always on
Audio.
audio.
Water not gone farther.
Water not gone farther.
I'm hearing a little bit, maybe the tongue needs to go further to the back. The sound has to come a little further back. I hear something more in the middle, like father, and more I need more in the back. Father. So I need to hear a little father. Yeah, father.
Father.
Father. Yes, in the back.
Okay.
Let's try the third line. Got box thought knowledge.
Got box thought knowledge.
Good. Next one. Lingerie option garage broad.
Lingerie option garage broad.
Bureaucracy pause straw thought.
Bureaucracy pause straw thought.
Okay, I hear the ahs. I hear the ah pretty good. Follow dollar walk entrepreneur.
Follow dollar. Walk entrepreneur.
I heard whack. I need more ah walk.
Walk.
Yeah, walk talk. Okay, there we go. Now, one more time. I'll do the first line one more time. Again, how many ahs do you hear? Mom often calls her sister and talks for an awful long time. I'm gonna
Mom
go to the
often
next
calls
one.
her sister and talks for an awful long time.
Okay, good.
Full
So
long time.
Colin wants an automated coffee machine for the office.
Colin wants an automated coffee machine for the office.
Now, I'm gonna say it this time a little bit different with a more rounding in the mouth. And again, because this is another way that some people say it. But again, it's so similar that you could do it this way or not. It's fine either way. Colin wants an automated coffee machine for the office.
Colin wants an automated coffee machine for the office.
All right. Next one. Their jaws dropped when they saw the cost of one bottle of water.
The jaws dropped when they saw the cost of one bottle of water.
Okay, now here I heard one of you, for instance, with cost, I heard the word a little more O. I heard two sounds. I heard coast. All right, now we have to be careful because coast is another word. All right, it's not an O, but it's cost.
Cost.
Cost. Yeah, one sound.
Cost.
Let me show you, and I'll say it one more time so you can hear the sounds. Mom often calls her sister and talks for an awful long time.
Mom often calls her sister and talks for an awful long time.
Nice. Colin wants an automated coffee machine for the office.
Colin wants an automated coffee machine for the office.
Good. Their jaws dropped when they saw the cost of one bottle of water.
Their jaws dropped when they saw the cost of one bottle of water.
Okay. Now, I know we're going to practice the T sound for the last two words here, like bottle of water. This is, again, an American thing to do it the way we do it. And we'll talk about it. Yeah, bottle of water.
Bottle of water.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's not bad. Now, the only one thing I want to add to that is the R. You're saying something in the middle between British English and American English. You have water. Right? It has to be even a stronger R. Water.
Water.
Water. Yeah, it's a hard one. The R is another thing we're going to practice, but we're going to practice that also with the vowels together. So some vowels with R, we're going to do that together, all right? Okay, so here we go. Sort that sound. I want you guys, again, if I can have 3 volunteers come to the board and use the arrows to then choose which way is it going. Is it ah or aw? Ah or aw? If we can have new volunteers come to the board, that'd be great. If there are no volunteers, yeah, then it's okay. I guess we can have the same volunteers, but I prefer new volunteers. So let's give it a try.
I'm a little confused about this. Thank you. Tap. Facts. Talk. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's really good.
Okay. Oh, it's gonna be talk, have, on, have, cough, oh, this one.
Right. Yeah. Left. Add left. Left. Exactly. Okay. Well done.
You know, you guys did it perfectly.
Oh.
Yeah, good job. Nice, nicely done. I think maybe some of you thought in the middle of this we have calf. Maybe that was different because you have the word cough at the bottom in the middle. To cough, right? That's cough. But calf has 2 meanings, right? It can be a baby cow, that could be a calf, or even like a baby whale. That's also a calf. It's also a muscle, right? In the back of your leg on the bottom, your calf muscle, right? So there we go. That was actually perfect right there. Let me get these out of here real quick. Real quick. Excellent job. So here we have again, at versus aw. If you guys want, let's run through it just one time. We'll do the left column first. I say the 2, you repeat after me. So at, ought.
At ought.
Again, everybody, if you can, at, ought.
At ought.
As, Oz.
As Oz.
An, on.
An on.
Tap, top.
Tap top.
Cap, cop.
Cap cop.
Fox, fax.
Fox facts.
Sock, sack.
Sock sack.
Cough, calf.
Cough calf.
Talk, tack.
Talk tack.
Hot, hat.
Hot hat.
So it's a little easier to see how the spelling is related to the sound in this example, but of course, it's not, you can't rely on spelling. All right, so I want to go ahead and give you guys a short break. If you guys would like to take a short break, let me see. Whoops, I gotta cancel the drawing here. Okay, so now is a good time to take a break because this sound is the most difficult sound for the day, and it will take some time to go over the practice. So let's go ahead and take a 5 to maybe 7 minute break. Okay, I'll put 7 minutes on the board for a short break. You guys can catch some air and we'll be back. If anybody who is late and wants to take the quiz that we took in the beginning, let me back up and you can take this quiz here. Yes, feel free to take this quiz. It's as if you came in late.
download করো।
Hey, Elliot. Hello, Elliot, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Elliot, could you please check the Google chat? I have sent some queries for you.
Ah, okay, one second. Yeah, I got your questions, Mohammed. I'll definitely get to them after the class if possible. Right, so before everybody gets back, does anyone have a question about anything? Yes, in the back. Microphone?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, actually, I joined the meeting late, but I'm not sure if we are in that position yet. But as a person, I kind of struggle with the sound F and P. Sometimes, like in one of the examples, you said cough, and then there was another one like with the F sound. So how can I improve that?
You're talking about the second sound that we covered?
I'm not sure about that, but the F sound and the P sound.
Ah, so the difference between F and P.
Yeah, like pen. I sometimes struggle with whenever I'm talking, and I kind of struggle with the P sound, like pen. I cannot sound it, kind of sound like if, like fan, pen. The two sound similar whenever I talk very fast.
Huh. Could you spell the two words that you just gave as an example?
Like pen, pen,
Uh-huh.
with the one we write. Yeah. And the another one can be the fan, fan,
Fan.
Uh-huh.
fan,
Fan
Fan.
and
fan and pen.
it should be pin, right?
Well, okay, this is another good good question. Great question. That specific word does have two pronunciations in America. There is a good section in the middle of America where the word P-E-N, which you write with, and P-I-N, which can be something you use to like poke something with. That could be
Yeah,
a pin,
pen.
right? In many places, the word pin and pen are said the same way. They just say pin for both. But in general American English, more people just they make a difference. One is pin and one is pen, right? But it is a thing to where for that specific word, it's the same. But so it's still a question about the vowel, not the P sound, or is it because I'm kind of not sure. Maybe it's a mixture between not having the P, so I mean confused with the F and the vowel being a little bit off. And then it's confusing for sure if both are off. Um, what I can say right now to be quick for the P, of course, the P, you have contact between both lips, right? And you have a simple P sound.
P.
And for the F, it's between your lip and your teeth, right? Your teeth and your lip make contact for the fan, right?
Okay. Fan.
And you have to push it through. You have to push between the teeth and the lip. Fan.
Fan. Fan.
That's it. So pan and fan. There should be a clear difference with pan, fan.
Sir, I want to add another question.
Yes, another question?
Yes, if you want to pronounce teeth or tooth in American sound, what should we have to do? T-E-E-T-H.
That's
How do we
tooth.
have to do? No, no,
Tooth.
T-E-E-T-H.
Oh, T.
Teeth. Yes, yes, yes. How should
T.
we pronounce this? Yes.
That's just the first sound that we had, the E, teeth,
Can you pronounce fully the word?
teeth.
Teeth.
Yeah, brush your teeth.
Brush your teeth.
Okay.
Sir, I have another question that if we stuck into another word after our class or any time in this word, what should we do? Because in Cambridge Dictionary, we can write a word and there the pronunciation of the word comes. But for the American sound, what should we do?
Yeah, no, no. No, you can't use Cambridge English or Oxford English because that's not American. Um, yeah, you can. I do we're gonna do something new today. We should have time for it. I'm gonna suggest an app actually that was designed using American English, And
Yes.
again, that website that I gave you, that twophonetics.com, it gives you the option between British and American. And so this is a good place to go for practicing pronunciation and putting in those words and seeing the options that they provide for pronunciation. And then you can hear it, right? You can choose the voice that you want to hear, and you can select the speed, and yeah, and you can get a pretty good idea of how it should sound.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right, thank you guys. So let's move on. Let's move on here. Where are we? Coming through here. All right. Ah. So this last sound is, it should be the easiest sound, but in many ways it's also the most difficult. Okay? This is the right? Without pushing. It's like the natural breath sound, just uh, right? You cannot push it. You can't force it out like no, no, no. It's very soft. Uh, because there is no stress, right? This is found in unstressed syllables. So, you can kind of see the picture. It comes from somewhere very in the middle. There are all possible spellings, right? With all the letters and many combinations. And in many cases, when you have complex spelling like IOU, EOU, EAU, right? These longer vowel strings. And if you only say one sound, this is probably the sound. And it's just an like again, condition, right? Condition. So here again, the stress is on the middle syllable, this dish, right? This has the stress. The first and the last are not stressed. Condition. Condition.
Condition.
Yeah, that's the idea. And the, right? Just
The,
the.
the, the.
Now, it is possible that the word the can change sound. It's possible to say the. Does anyone know, when do you say the?
No, we have
The end.
The end, exactly. Why should we say? Some people say the end.
Because after the, if the next word start with vowel, then we say the.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, because the next word end begins with the vowel. So you can't say the end. I mean, you can. People say it, the end. But it's better to have a difference. The end. And so we have that vowel change. But it's still okay if you don't. All right, let's look at some examples here because it's a little tricky. Again, what's the symbol look like? It's an upside down backward letter E, and it's found in unstressed syllables. You can see from the very beginning where it says common
common
mispronunciations.
mispronunciations.
Yeah, well said. Mispronunciations.
Mispronunciations.
Yeah, that's a soft sound, right? It's common
Com-
mispronunciations.
common mispronunciation.
Good. So let's try this nice and slow, everybody. Line by line, fairly slow speed. Please repeat after me. And do remember, when you see this sound, it is unstressed. Okay? Very relaxed sound. Here we go. I'll say all four, and then you have a try. And please continue to pass that microphone around. About, idea, enough, ocean.
About, idea, enough, ocean.
About, idea, enough, ocean.
About, idea, enough, ocean.
Nice. Please pass that mic, and everybody try with me one more time. Next line. Woman, mountain, militia.
Oman, Mountain, Malaysia.
Woman, mountain, militia.
Oman, Mountain, Malaysia.
Aerobics, aurora, support.
Aerobics, Aurora, support.
Aerobics, aurora, support.
Aerobics, Aurora, support.
Occur, awesome, connection.
Awesome connection.
One more time. Occur, awesome, connection.
Awesome connection.
Okay. Next line, please repeat after all three words. Pajamas, oven, pencil. Pajamas, oven, pencil.
Pajamas, oven, pencil.
Okay, so this is where a big difference between the way Bengali sounds and English sounds, right? Because in Bengali, you have what's called stress time syllables. So all of the syllables have a similar weight, right? Like in Spanish, yo te puedo hablar en español y cada sílaba se suena igual, okay? So this sounds maybe more similar to Bengali, right? But in English, we have these stressed and unstressed timings, kind of like Morse code, It's a little more like that, where you have stress and unstressed. So it's a different feeling. So let's try these lines one more time at a medium speed and repeat after me. About idea enough ocean.
About idea enough ocean.
Sounds good. I don't know who that was, but you can pass that mic around. That was good. Next one. Woman Mountain Militia.
Oman, Mountain, Malaysia.
One more time. Woman Mountain Militia.
Oman, Mountain, Malaysia.
Next line. Aerobics Aurora support.
Aerobics, Aurora, support.
Aerobics Aurora support.
Aerobics, Aurora, support.
Occur awesome connection.
Occur, awesome connection.
Occur awesome connection.
Occur, awesome connection.
Pajamas oven pencil.
Pajamas, oven, pencil.
Pajamas oven pencil.
Pajamas, oven, pencil.
Okay, do you guys hear how we have this back and forth, stress and unstress, right? This is one thing that many people get wrong because you want to say the sound of the letter you see, right? We don't say, a question in the front, please.
So I was having difficulty to grab the pronunciation for Malaysia.
Malaysia. Malaysia or this word here, militia?
Malaysia.
Militia.
So what's the science behind this?
The yellow ones, of course, should be the backwards upside down letter E, just an And the middle one is the second sound we covered, the I, right? Militia. Militia.
What
Can I
about
ask?
military?
Military is different, right?
Can
But
I?
you said it correctly. You said military. The middle syllable is this sound, right? Military. Military. Okay.
And this one is Malaysia.
Militia.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
It sounds like a country.
Is it
Malaysia.
Malaysia
That's what
or
I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought he said at first. Malaysia. Malaysia.
So it's country, Southeastern Korea. Malaysia and Malaysia.
Uh-huh.
There's a difference.
Definitely. Yeah.
Uh,
Is there another question?
Can you repeat the pajamas? One.
Sure, the last line.
Yes, pajamas. Is it right?
Pajamas. It's
Pajamas.
pajamas. Oven.
Pajamas.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Pajamas.
Pajamas.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Militia.
Pajamas.
The word militia sounds like it's deriving from military,
It is. It is related to military. Absolutely. It's
but it,
uh,
but it will sound like Malaysia, the country.
it shouldn't. It shouldn't sound like Malaysia. But it's close.
Militia.
Yeah, militia, Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Yeah, it's close though. So I really can't you know I can't give you much of a shortcut other than the fact that you need to know that English has these stress. You have the primary stress, like the main stress for a word, and you may have a secondary stress if you have a long word. But for sure, if you have one stressed syllable, you have one unstressed syllable. And in many occasions or many instances, the unstressed syllable will get this sound, the simple So you have to memorize which syllable is stressed, right? It's not like enough, it's enough, right? We have enough. Yeah, right? You see, I can't tell you how to memorize it. You just have to memorize it and at least understand that in examples like this, one syllable is stressed, the other one is not. And for sure, more likely than not, your unstressed syllable will have this sound, right? So I want you to be aware of that. And let's see if we can look at another example or two. Now, this is another thing that's a little confusing about English, specifically American English, is that this and the sound can be the same, or basically it might not matter, but it has to be in unstressed syllables that are in the middle of the word, right? The sound is somewhere in the middle of the word and it is unstressed. So, for example, if we have a word banana, is it
Banana.
yeah, with the regular this upside down letter E, the yellow banana, right? So you have this
Banana.
two times in the beginning and the end. Why can I not say B like with an I, like this capital green letter I? Banane. I can't say banane. Why can I not say that? Banane.
Because it doesn't sound like American.
Well, it's about the stress. It's about the stress again. Why not? I can't say banana. I can't do that.
Banana.
Banana.
Yeah,
Banana.
I don't do banana. We say banana, right? Yeah, it sounds funny if you do.
People
But
in the Philippines, they do that.
yeah, many people do this. But again,
Sir, right now we are confused how to pronounce this word after you have said banana.
Banana.
yeah, banana.
Please correct us.
Okay, it's not. This is what I'm trying to get at. You cannot say banana. It's not an I. It is an right? Banana, right? Banana.
Banana.
But for the examples on the right of the screen, you have serious. You could say with an with a simple like the
Serious.
yellow, or you could say it with an
Serious.
I. Yeah, serious or serious.
Serious.
Right? You guys hear the difference? It's very close. And it's okay either way because this is a sound that's in the middle of the word and it's unstressed, right? It's an unstressed syllable in the middle. All of these examples have this situation. And in these examples, it could go I or right? Or I. And there's no difference. Okay? Question in the front.
Just out of the context, it just came in my mind, which is How do we differ in terms of the pronunciation for cereal, like the numbering 1, 2, 3 cereal, and the breakfast cereal?
We don't. They sound perfectly the same. They sound,
Okay,
yeah,
so
it's just in
both
spelling.
are like cereal.
Both are cereal.
And
Yeah,
so those are like homophones.
they are homophones.
Okay, thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Yep.
Yes. Is that TOO and TO? They are homophones or they different?
Also homophones. Even the word itself, you can say homophone or homophone. That's not what's called a homophone. When you can say a word in more than one way. So these words on the screen here, at the bottom here, I say
Yes.
more on polyphones. All right, a polyphone means it's a word you can say in more than one way. So homophone, both are okay. And
Oh,
same thing with these examples. We have serious or serious with an I or with an So I want to go through the practice on with these words here. And again, I really need you to pay attention to the stressed syllables, which are either going to be in the beginning or the end of these. Most of them are in the beginning. But for sure, there is no stress where you see the yellow, right? And again, it could be an or an I, and that's okay either way. All right, so here we go. Let's do it one time.
okay.
I'll say the words. You guys repeat after me. Serious, precious, gorgeous.
Serious, precious, gorgeous.
Pigeon, patient, foreign.
Pigeon, patient, foreign.
Foreign.
Bureaucrat, orange, bargain.
Bureaucrat, orange, bargain.
Let me do that one again. Bureaucrat, orange, bargain.
Bureaucrat, orange, bargain.
Canon, campus, virus.
Canon, campus, virus.
Carrot, circuit, minute.
Carrot, circuit, minute.
Damage, mileage, carriage.
Damage, mileage, carriage.
Palace, purpose, tortoise.
Palace, purpose, tortoise.
All right. So again, for all of these, it could be an I or it could be an a simple palace, palace, right? Purpose, purpose, tortoise, tortoise. Doesn't matter here. Both are basically the same thing in this case.
Okay.
So can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
So the word gorgeous, is it am I gonna pronounce it with the stressed R, like gorgeous or gorgeous? At the same way, bargain or bargain?
Okay, thank you. That is a great question because in 2 lessons from now, we're going to go deeper into vowels with the R sound because North American, including Canada, has what we call rhotic vowels. So the vowel with an R does have a strong R, right? In British English, they minimize it. They just say gorgeous, right? But we do say gorgeous, gorgeous,
Gorgeous.
gorgeous, yeah, with a strong R for North American English. Yeah. So we don't drop the R like in, and we'll talk more about some of those differences for British and American a little bit later. But for sure, say the R. Gorgeous bargain.
Gorgeous bargain.
Yeah, that's the one.
I want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
In case of but, then rat, dog, cat, we are using a sound, right? But when it comes about put, why are not we using a?
Hold on. Could you please say that one
Right.
more time for me?
We spell sound the words like but, cut, rat. But in case of put, we are not using a sound. Why is that?
Are you saying when you say C-U-T, yeah?
Cut,
Cut.
cut,
Yeah.
but, rat. We are using a sound, right? in the middle. We are using R sound. But in case of put, P-U-T, we are not using R sound. What's the difference?
Oh, yeah. I want to speak to you in Arabic. You know, it's a lo samat, you know. Ana asif, I'm sorry. Um, Again, spelling is a general guide, but the spelling does not tell you how it's pronounced, all right? English is one of very, very few languages in the world that has these spelling bees, right? How do you spell the words? Because you don't say them the same way as you spell them. So I mean, I think there's a chance that still you may have um you may have already what we call this falsified, like you've made some errors, some pronunciation errors like common to your way of pronouncing words. And now that I'm showing you this, you're starting to realize it. So this is a good thing. This is a good, issue to have. You will just need to continue to pay attention to hopefully start making these differences more clear. Okay? Because like one example from what you said with C-U-T, cut, and B-U-T, but, right? This is a sound that we have not covered yet, actually. It's very close, but not the same from what we've talked about. So, and then put is also a different sound that we have not covered yet. But we will get there. Okay. So thank you for those questions. I was still planning to try to get today's class done in about an hour and 45 minutes. All right, guys. So we have only a little bit more time to try to wrap this thing up. Now, this is going to be a little bit crazy. Okay. So again, the question here is mostly where are the unstressed syllables, right? Because the unstressed syllables are often going to give you this sound, the Now, this is going to be very difficult for you to hear, all of them, but I want you to pay attention mostly to stressed and unstressed syllables, okay? So just have a listen. No need to repeat, right? No need to say the word. Just listen carefully on how it sounds. Okay? So here we go. Even though the banana is not a citrus fruit, it provides several nutritious vitamins and
And
amino
amino
acids.
acids.
Yeah.
Even though
No need to say, no need to say. Okay.
okay, okay.
Let me say it one more time again. Pay attention to unstressed syllables. Even though the banana is not a citrus fruit, it provides several nutritious vitamins and amino acids.
Yes, we got it.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Because I'm not saying every vowel the way you see it written, right? Because of the drop in the stress. So here comes the second one. Statistical data supply demographers with the ability to make confident and consistent predictions. Statistical data supply demographers with the ability to make confident and consistent predictions. Last
Can you
one.
say that again?
You want it again? I'll give it to you again.
Yes.
Statistical data supply demographers with the ability to make confident and consistent predictions. Last one. Before we continue, let's agree on the specific language. Before we continue, let's agree on the specific language. Now, this one's crazy. Let me just show you, okay? So here are the us, right, where we find unstressed. Now, I may or again may or may not make the case for the word and, okay, because in some cases in common fast speech we don't say and, we just say and, right, when you connect them like nutritious vitamins and amino acids, right? But if you wanted to be more clear, you would say and, right? And amino acids. And similarly, do we have an example of the before a vowel here? I don't think so. I think all the thes are then followed by words with the consonant. Okay, so let me say it one more time. Have a listen. I'll do it just a little bit faster. Even though the banana is not a citrus fruit, it provides several nutritious vitamins and amino acids. Right? I'll do it one more time. Even though the banana is not a citrus fruit, it provides several nutritious vitamins and amino acids. Right? So I told you this part is particularly hard because this starts to mark a big difference between the languages here. The next one, statistical. Statistical data supply demographers with the ability, oh, there it is, with the ability
The
to
ability
make
to make
confident
confident
and
and
consistent
consistent
predictions.
predictions.
All right, how about we just listen one more time and I can have you guys say it with me after we do this listening, this careful listening. I'll say it one more time. Statistical data supply demographers with the ability to make confident and consistent predictions. The last one is
It's
before we continue, right? Continue.
continue.
Let's agree on the specific language. All right, we have langu, we have an u-ij, language.
Language.
Uh-huh. So I think this is a good time for you guys to try to repeat after me if you want. I'm gonna say these sentences at a normal speed. See if you can try it. I'll say half of the sentence, and then you say it, and then I say the other half, and you say the other half. Okay? Because it's kind of long. Uh, Even though the banana is not a citrus fruit. Go ahead, guys.
Even though the banana is not a citrus fruit,
It provides several nutritious vitamins and amino acids.
it provides several nutritious vitamins and amino acids.
Okay. I heard a British word there. You said vitamins. We say vitamins.
I
That's
did, I did.
okay. That's okay. It's not a big deal, right? This happens. We say vitamins. They say vitamins. Not a big problem. Uh, okay, next one. I'll say it. Try to say somewhere in the middle here. Uh, I'll do the first part. Statistical data supply demographers.
Statistical data supply demographers.
Again, statistical data supply demographers
Statistical data supply demographers
with the ability to make confident and consistent predictions.
with the ability to make confident and consistent predictions.
With the ability to make confident and consistent predictions.
With the ability to make confident and consistent predictions.
Nice. Last one all the way through. Before we continue, let's agree on the specific language.
Before we continue, let's agree on the specific language.
Okay. For those of you who I could hear, it sounds better. It sounds more natural. It sounds a little bit more fluent. Um, Again, yeah, it just takes some memorization where the stress is and where these sounds fall. All right, so as before, this is a bit extra. These are some examples of homophones where you have the same sound for more than one word. So are we talking about a band or are we talking about a band? You know, if something is, you know what I mean? Are we talking about cash or cash? Packed or packed? Past, oral, pod, pause, taught, right? These are some examples, not all the examples of such words. And again, this is found in unstressed syllables. It also is the result of what we may call in linguistics reduction. When you reduce a sound that maybe you would say an ah or you might say an aw, but in fast speech, we reduce it to this simplest form, this simple right? In fast connected speech. We're going to get into that much later in the course after we've covered more of the sounds. Okay. Um, all right. I did want to come to this actually. Since we're focusing on vowels for a majority of this course. I want to ask you guys, what's the difference? What is a vowel compared to a consonant?
Basically, Bangladesh, we have taught that in any word, the first of the word, you have A, E, I, O, U, and the whole word is vowel.
Uh-huh.
In
Okay.
Bangladesh.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That's correct. So
Oh,
that's about the spellings. Great. So of course, also the words Y and W are considered vowels in the middle of words and at the end of words, but not at the beginning, right? They are also considered like in Arabic, you have this ya and waw kind of thing, where they are considered vowels when they're in the middle and end of a word. Um, but why? Why do we make this distinction? Let me give you another simple example. Like here we have the oo and the woo, right? With the woo at the beginning of a word. But look at the spellings. We have the word to and
two,
what. To
what?
what? What's the difference in the sound so that we say one is a vowel and one is a consonant? Anybody know? Any guess?
When you pronounce consonant, we don't touch any organs of our mouth. And when we pronounce vowel, it's a free sound. We don't need to touch anywhere in our mouth.
Okay, you're on the right track. You got a huge part of it. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, you do need to move the mouth around for the different vowels. All right, like let me just give you an example of the different vowels that we will cover, right? We will talk about e,
Uh,
o, ow, a, I, ear, r, or, right? And the ones with R are again North American rhotic vowels, so a vowel blending the R. Now those are vowels, and all the other ones p, k, d, f, g, j, k, l, k,
Like a
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anybody have another piece of the puzzle to answer why we have vowels, why we have consonants?
Okay, so we can spell vowels standalone, but consonant need helps of vowel to be pronounced.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. I mean, we do have words that are only vowels, like, the word you know. But that is an interesting observation. Yeah. Let me give it to you. The lady in the back. I think you pretty much got it. It's about airflow. Okay. So when you have what we call laminar or very straight airflow without turbulence, without having some kind of contact or obstacle to block the sound, change the air, this is what makes the difference, right? So because we use so many different muscles to make the very precise vowels, it's harder to hear the different. I mean, it's harder for you especially. I mean, as someone learning a different language, to hear the difference in those vowels, right? Because they're so close, right? E, I, A, A, ooh, right? They're close, and we need to make them all very different and distinct. Um, and that's what this is about. So, I have here a song that I recommend for you for your listening and pronunciation practice. It's called You Are So Beautiful. It's a really old song. It was originally written by who this guy, Billy Preston and Bruce Fisher, but it was made popular by two other singers called Joe Cocker and Ray Charles. It's very simple lyrics, right? These are the words or the lyrics to the song. And on YouTube, this singer, this was from American Idol a long time ago. I don't know, Jessica Sanchez. She sings this song so clearly that I highly recommend you have a listen, and also if you have a copy of the lyrics here, the words, so that you can hear it very clearly. Okay? And this is also kind of not part of a self-study. I mean, it is part of self-study, but what I really want you guys to do is to find one song, any song, English song, American English song, preferably, and practice, right? Practice that one song again and again and again and again and again. Listen to it, sing it, listen to it at the same time, have the words or the lyrics, and really try to master one song. Okay? This is going to be for self-study. And if we still have time, I'm not going to be able to walk you guys through the steps, but this is the app I was talking about. It's called Elsa Speak. It's an app, so it can only be downloaded to your phones, right? It can't be on your PC or your desktop because it's an app, and it's going to want you to pay, but you don't have to, right? It's gonna one of the screens that pops up, it says to pay for a basic or a pro or whatever, but you can just X out, right? You can just close that window and you can still use a free version of it with very limited features. And the feature I want you to find is the dictionary. You might need to press a couple of buttons right through the little three lines or the little burger to find the dictionary, because the dictionary is a really advanced feature that you can use for free. So you can copy and paste or type basically anything that you want to practice, and then you record yourself, and it will give you a score. It will show you where your mistakes are. It will also give you recommendations on how to improve. Okay, and it also gives you the example. But again, this is not a perfect tool for everything. It's good for most things, right? It's still a very, very good tool. It's based on American English design, and so it should give you really good advice for American English. But like I said, it's still not perfect, and because I design pronunciation quizzes to be extra difficult, I put special words in the text that make it extra hard for even apps like this to detect the correct sounds. But still, it's an excellent tool. I suggest you try to find the dictionary feature on the app and use it for free. Try it for free, right? Okay? Really recommend it. Um, so you can take a picture of this right now. This is the quiz one part B. You say the date, and then you go through the words, right? Have, bath, can't, laugh, fast. Audio, law, on, water, cough. Foreign, ocean, supply, banana, connection, right? You can use the app to practice these words. You can just record yourself. And again, I don't mind if you use a video for recording. I'm not going to ask you for the video. I don't know if EMK Center wants to use a video later to show like a before and after of your progress, but mostly the recording is for yourself. Okay, so it can be a voice recording for only audio or video. It's really up to you. You can use that to phonetics website, again, to help you see the pronunciation and hear it, okay? And just practice it to make it extra clear. But really, the app Elsa Speak is fantastic. I'm also going to make a recording of this for you to listen to and do the practice, as well as for this right here, the summary in context. I'm also going to make a recording for you, and I can send it as soon as possible. Again, this is a little bit difficult. We've run out of time today, so I will send this to you guys. You can take a picture now, absolutely. I'll just read it one time real quickly because, again, there are special words in here that make this extra difficult, okay? The complexity of the complex's address
Forgot to record.
conflicts, huh?
You
Conflicts
forgot to
with
record.
record, where?
You have said that you would record that voice
Oh,
record.
no. I'll do it. I'll do it later. I'll do it separately, and then I'll send it to you. All right. The complexity of the complex's address conflicts with our objectives to address and deliver the community services. Again, I have put in bold all of the stressed syllables for you to see where we don't have stress. Our projected progress is attributed to various attributes discovered during the project analysis and development stage. After analyzing the content of our current conflicts and shared goals, we believe the institution will progress and students will be content with the reformation of a fair and balanced system. Okay, so again, now we're really making this more difficult by adding stress and then reducing stress and then paying attention to the sound change when we don't have stress. I'll send this recording to you guys, and our next class will be in some time because I will be celebrating or observing Christmas and the holidays around here. We will come again together at 4 o'clock on Tuesday, January 7th. Please do remember to do the self-study quiz 1A and B now, the summary and context, as well as sing a song. All right?
Thank you, Elliot.
Thank you guys so much. Please make sure that you sign in so we get all of your names for participation today. And thank you guys again for coming. We'll see you again next time.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. So thank you all. So we have a long break, upcoming Christmas break, but in the Christmas Eve, we have a special English language club on December 24. Hope to see you there. Thank you.